Hello. My name is Jeremy, and I wanted to do a video to, one, reflect over the past couple of years on my journey of chasing purpose, and to really take a moment to soak in what I've accomplished, and then look forward to what is to come. So my journey with chasing purpose started in 2018 after a very abrupt life experience, a life experience that literally was the straw that broke the camel's back. I talk about it in my first book, A Gift of Peace and Purpose, A Survivor's Journey, and briefly in Love and Meditation, The Keys to Manifestation. I experienced the loss of a family member by suicide in 2018, and before that, 2 years prior, I experienced the loss of a family member by suicide. A few years before that, I was in a really abusive relationship. Before that, I was trying to find myself. Before that, high school, middle school was horrible. Horrible. And before that, unfortunately, some things happened to children, and I had not processed any of that to its root. And that last event that happened in 2018 really just compiled everything, and I had a breakdown. And not only did I have a breakdown, but I really had to take everything that I knew and throw it out of the window, essentially. And I had to peel back the layers of who I thought I was to get to the core of who I was, to then rewrap myself with things that were helping me in life and helping me to be my true, authentic self. The loss of any person by suicide, or just in general, is difficult. But for me, as someone who has a rather small family, loss impacts me significantly. And it's just, suicide just adds a layer of guilt and, to some extent, selfishness, and just a whole host of emotions that's really difficult to explain, even through experiencing it. But all of that really forced me to look at life and look at the roots of my behaviors and focus on the present moment. And from there, reflecting on the lessons of life and my life and gifts and talents, I started to identify my purpose in life, which is to help people operate at their highest potential through self-awareness. And that means helping people be aware of their true selves, the self that is aware of emotions, aware of the physical body, aware of the things that we experience in this human experience, right? Knowing that I am a human being in this human experience. I am not my emotions. I am not my thoughts. I am not the things that have happened to me, but I am the awareness that all of that is happening, right? It's kind of like you're looking in the mirror, realizing that you're not the person or the thing that's in the mirror. You're the awareness that there's a human looking in the mirror. And taking that approach on life really gives you a space to think. Okay, I'm experiencing this emotion. What can I take from this, and what can I do with what I have to get the best outcome, right? That way of living creates a better life, a better quality of life, I should say. So helping people to think that way through books, as you can see, coaching and speaking. So since 2018, I moved from then South Carolina to the West Coast, and had such a difficult management experience that eventually, after a year or two, I decided to post for another job, which moved me to Texas. And then since that job, moving to Texas in 2020, I have gotten a new job this February. But going back to that space or that time of me moving December 2018 to Nevada, I needed that space to really think and to be by myself and go into solitude and really reflect and hone in on the things that had happened in my life. And that was necessary because had I not done it, I probably would still end up in the same cycles of myself and of my family. And allowing myself the space and the safety to go into what I now call my secret garden allowed me to not only get to the roots of my behaviors, but identify the triggers and the cycles, the lessons, everything that was necessary for that circumstance and the people that were involved. And it helped me to look at life differently, again, from that space of self-awareness. So that way, as life unfolded, when time, which is not really like time, right? When a series of unfolding events on this ongoing spectrum happen, when an opportunity presents itself through chance, I make the best decision, right? Which led me to Texas, which I then met a few people through this new job, was challenged and stretched and, put myself through a lot of stress, and came out with a new sense of work ethic and the ability to get things done, all while juggling school, all while writing, all while doing other projects. And then to get this, some of those projects done, and then to get this job where it's not as high of a sense of urgency, it allows me to really restore the capacity that I needed to get through the things that I'd put myself through with juggling 2 masters and writing books and working full time and all of these things. So it's important that I give myself credit for what has happened, because as a result of that, I have 3 books out, working on the 4th book, which I'm looking at the proofs to approve that and get that published. Completed 3 masters, passed the project management exam, which is not easy. Worked full time, was a friend, was a cousin, brother, son, all of these different labels, but maintained. And I have to pat myself on the back for that, and not to say that it's about acquiring things, because all of that stuff is really fleeting, right? The only thing that will last beyond my death is really the books and the seeds that I've planted into other people via the books and my coaching and my speaking. But I just need to make sure that I soak in the fact that I now have a bandwidth that will allow me to work beyond what was possible prior to all of these things happening. Because in consistent pursuit of my purpose, I realized the breadth and depth of what this journey requires, and I would not have known my capacity or my capability had I not gone through those things. So I am excited about publishing the rest of this series, which after this one that I'm working on, I'll have another one or 2 more, which will complete the entire series. And who knows what's to come, right? I've thought about doing a movie. I thought about doing a series of movies. I've thought about so many different things, like real estate development, speaking engagements, just all over the place, right? But all in alignment with my purpose and in a way that feeds one another, right? The books will feed the movie will feed the series will feed into other things. So I am very, very excited. I will continue to chase my purpose and not worry about the how and the when, but really just focus my thoughts, words, and deeds on doing everything that I can to ensure that my purpose is fulfilled in this life that I have. So I'm excited for for what's to come, the interviews that are in celebration of the work that I've been able to accomplish, not for my personal gain, but because of the bigger impact, the larger impact that it will have. I'm excited about, writing articles, speaking at different events, coaching, writing more books, being a part of groups that help with bigger causes, working with individuals who have platforms, helping raise groups of people who may not have the best life experience so far, working with underserved areas, anything that I can do to help people operate at their highest potential through self-awareness. The sky is literally the limit. And I just wanted to make sure that in this moment that I captured all of the things that happened, what I've been able to accomplish, and what I look forward to happening as a result of that. The little decisions that we make truly have an impact beyond what we can see, right? Had I not made the choice to take that job in December of 2018 and move from what I knew and what was comfortable to me in South Carolina to Nevada, I would not have experienced solitude and the ability to think clearly and to be with myself and really go to the places that I needed to birth the things that I am now birthing, right? Had I not had that poor management experience, I would have gotten comfortable and not motivated to apply for other jobs. Had I not gotten the job that moved me to Texas, I would not have been stretched to the capacity that I was stretched to have the work ethic and the sense of urgency that I have. Had I not taken that job, I may not have met some of the people that I met, right? And had I not taken this job that I have now, I would not have the space to restore my capacity and really focus on my body, my mind, my emotions, my spirits, and really give back to myself and live life and experience life. And I may not have crossed paths with some of the people that I met in this job had I not made some of the decisions that I made, going into work early and crossing paths with people who I had met years ago, but may not have been the right time for us to meet, right? And to be put in front of people that have large influence and, to just shoot your shot and things unfold in such a beautiful way. So I'm excited for what's possible. My intention for 2022 was to focus on self, significant other, and success. I feel like I'm doing a really good job with focusing on myself, doing things and saying yes, and just really experiencing life, giving myself the freedom and the space to say, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, right? I feel like I'm doing well with success because, I'm doing what I said that I'm going to do. I'm going to focus and chase my purpose and continue to write books and coach and speak. And in significant other, I don't know what that's going to be like at the end of the year, but what I will say is I am now in a better space to receive, and there is space in my life to now receive someone who has gone through their own journey and has been prepared for somebody like me, and vice versa, right? Someone who is equally yoked and looking for greater things in life, willing to be each other's cheerleaders, to support one another, protect one another, provide for one another, love each other in the way that we need to be loved, and experience what this life has to offer and so much more. Never be jealous of one another, never hide secrets, just be honest and transparent, and a love that is deep and goes beyond space, time, and energy. But all of that to say, I am proud of the work that I have done so far. It's not easy. It didn't happen overnight. Yes, I cried. Yes, I wanted to give up, but I didn't. And as a result of that, I feel like my life is shaping up to be pretty good. Even at the late age of 32, about to be 33 next month. I'm thankful to who I was born to to whom I was born, where I was born, when I was born, the circumstances that I was born into, the family that I was born into, the cycles that I had to undo, the lessons that I had to learn, because it all molded and shaped me to be who I am today. And the same is true for others that may be watching this, or just in life in general. Everything that we go through in life is designed to help us identify, be ready for, honor, and chase our purpose during this life experience. It's just up to us to have that self-awareness to see it for that. When I look back on this video, I just want to be thankful that I made intentional decisions to chase and honor my purpose and to live the life that I deserve, that of life meeting me where I am and rising up to take me to a place where I can honor my purpose on a platform and really maintain the purity of operating through spirit and being in alignment with my purpose, not for selfish gain, but for the bettering of the world based on my contribution. So I'm going to end this video by saying that I am going to be kind to myself and hope that you be kind to yourself, and that chasing purpose will give you everything that you desire in life and so much more. Have a great day.